Well, hello, my pretty. Aren't you a nice little Kilo submarine? Welcome to Coldwaters.mod and welcome to the South China Seas, where I've started a new campaign. I'm not going to fully document this one because, well, it's South China Sea and it's a little tough. And this Kilo class submarine, so diesel electric, has only just submerged. Yeah, very, very interesting. I've been tracking it for a while. It's leading a couple of warships, so what's up with that? Mix of boats and ships. Got this big mouth. Right, anyway, let's go ahead and get back into what's going on here. So here I am to the north. Let's show off. Here's me boat. I'm in it's a Phase 3, Build 3 of a Los Angeles class. Didn't go with the Seawolf because I didn't really want to. Well, let's just say the Seawolf can dominate this game. At least it feels like it can. Whereas the Los Angeles is a little different. That said, this particular boat has been quite effective, and I've got a bit of my crew's got a bit of experience in it, so which really helps. So, tactical situation then. We're actually on our way to intercept. I think it's cruise missile fleet. I don't know if it's surface fleet or submerged. It'll probably tell me if I read it again, but right now I forget because I'm so excited at finding a Kilo on the surface. Now, I don't know if this is my primary target. I don't think so. And anti-ship or anti-submarine. I don't know that this is my primary target. I don't think it is. What I do know is that I got a combination of a submarine and a couple of warships. And are these warships a challenge? Yes, I mean they absolutely are. Oh, that's not good. This Jiangwei may be about
Helm
to
right
hear me.
359, helm I.
And he's turning away, and the Kilo is potentially turning towards me, as is the Luda. And there's a torpedo. I've just seen the torpedo flick up there. Yep, okay. Alright, that's actually not good. My cunning plan has been uncunninged. Now this thing's probably going to circle here, and that's okay. It's sort of 6,000 yards away. I don't think that that's a big threat. Is the Jiangwei a threat? I mean, well, everything is a threat if it's got an anti-submarine weapon. Do I really want to tackle it? The Kilo, yeah, I do want to tackle the Kilo though. Let me go ahead and get a torpedo prepped for it, and torpedo for the two surface contacts. Let's fire up on the Kilo. I think it's going to hear me, and I'm running away, which is not necessarily ideal because it's in my baffles. But if I turn more towards it, they're going to get a much greater sonar contact. Yeah, so that they may not be able to detect me right now, thanks to I'm not facing them. Interesting. Have they really detected me? The Jiangwei may have got a little ping, or something did. That's for sure. I can't tell if the Kilo is using his active
helm, steady course.
sonar or not. I think we have what I'm going to call a creditable threat. So let me go ahead and let's just discuss something first. So I really want to fire a torpedo, at least one, into this mix. If I fire a torpedo at them, they're going to know exactly where I am. If I fire a torpedo away from me and the wire breaks, I've lost a torpedo. How many do I have? I got plenty right now. So, do I risk firing a torpedo away from me that they may hear anyway, and then circle it back and attack them? I probably should be taking a decision rather than just talking about it, but I'm going to go ahead and just try it. I'm going to fire a torpedo to the north, then I'm going to circle around to the west and try and attack these guys from behind. This may not work. We'll find out.
Shoot 2-3.
Right. So far, I've got the wire. The wire's held. I'm going to do the same for a surface a torpedo set to run on the surface, like so.
1. Aye, sir.
Because I'm feeling lucky, I'm going to do another torpedo for the surface. 3 targets, 3 bad guys, 3 torpedoes. This may not work. and it's okay if it doesn't. I'm used to my plans not working. I don't really want to change my course right now, and I may regret this. What am I running at 1200 feet? Yeah, I may end up regretting this. I don't want to send a decoy right now, then they'll pretty much know exactly where I was coming from. But I think I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah, I'm going to turn these two torpedoes northwest. In fact, let's get the anti-submarine torpedo. We're going to head it pretty much in the same direction. So let's see. The Jiangwei is accelerated, 24 knots. The Kilo still doing 8 knots. I don't think that's changed. And the Luda, 20 knots. I'm actually going to change my heading just a little bit. I really feel I should be heading more west, but I've already set the torpedoes west, so I'm going to head a little bit more east to put a bit of separation
Right
between
2,
myself and
0,
these torpedoes.
17, helm aye.
It's time to go a little bit more aggressive, I think. Oh. There's another interesting feature about the Los Angeles Phase 2 and Phase 3. They have a vertical launching system. And that's designed for cruise missiles. And you've got two types of cruise missile. You've got the anti-shipping cruise missile. Let's see if I've got 12 of those. TASM, Tomahawk anti-ship missile, and the TLAM, which I think is just the Tomahawk. I don't know what the LAM stands for. I should know. I don't. That's the ground attack, or the what do you say? It's not the ship. Yeah, it's basically a ground attack
Helm, steady
submarine.
course.
That's what you have to fire at a distant target to accomplish ground assault missions, or some of the missions anyway. The anti-ship is effective against surface submarines and surface warships. Great. It's a little slower than the Harpoon, and that means it's a little bit more vulnerable. But it's a very good. It uses the ballast tanks. I think it's the forward ballast tanks in the Los Angeles. I don't know whether we can actually see it here. No, I dare say we probably can't. But it uses the forward ballast tanks, and it's good use of space. You don't lose any other stores space through having to have another 12 anti-ship missiles on board. Not so great against warships, I've got to say. That's not the end of the world, but just bear that in mind. There's a good chance they're going to get intercepted. But for those sort of cargo missions, or when you have to tackle a freighter or a cargo ship, they're amazing. They've got a long range, long minimum range, so you can't be too close. But typically, in a surface engagement, you tackle the escorts first, or now I do, with this weapon package. Tackle the escorts. Once you've taken care of them, or distracted them, or run them off, or been sunk by them, if you're not sunk, then you can go ahead and use your cruise missiles to attack the distant freighters who are pegging it for the exit. Right, Jiangwei is sniffing around for me. The Kilo is continuing like he doesn't even care. And the Luda is about to cross the Kilo. I'm going to go ahead and track pretty much northwest.
Come left 2, 3, 5,
Northwest, I suppose you might say.
helm aye.
Jiangwei has probably detected those torpedoes. He's slowed right down, but now he's picking up speed again. Yeah, he's accelerating. Kilo's accelerated though. It's up to 12 knots. His top speed is only 17. And the Luda can go 38 knots. It's a lot of speed. Right. Time to start tracking some of these torpedoes, I think. So the separation between me is about 3,000 yards, which is good. That's what I wanted. So I might cut that a little bit, but submarine torpedo, I'm going to aim it here. Go if the wire brace is going to go live here, and I will search for this guy.
Helm, steady course.
Torpedo number 1, we're going to aim that towards the Jiangwei, and we're going to go ahead and run that to about here, I think. Yep. And then torpedo 2. I'm actually going to run that a little bit more south, and we're going to attack the Luda. because essentially 1 and 2 can both intercept a surface contact now. As it happens, they'll likely also intercept the Kilo if they can get a whiff of that. Is he running on the surface again? He is. I'd have loved to have used a cruise missile against this guy. Maybe he's got some kind of fault. That has got to be so uncomfortable for the crew, being tossed around in that little tin can. Well, it's not that little, but... and making a whole bunch of noise, I'm sure. Doing 7 knots. It's a nice shot of the... In fact, I want to... Let's go ahead and do this. We can watch these two. Chinese Navy at their finest. What is that Kilo doing on the surface? There may be an issue, and it might mean that I didn't need to necessarily put that torpedo into submerge mode. Luda's turning away. That's a pretty impressive angle-a-dangle going on there. What I mean by that is it's a hard turn. He's fleeing. Okay. Or is he taking evasive maneuvers? I think it is. Well, maybe they suddenly looked up and there was a honking great big submarine in their path. Yeah, I think they probably did. So they just had to evade that guy. Right, torpedo tube. Torpedo from tube 2 is now going to start its attack. I think... I want to let 3 just do its own thing as much as I can. I don't think it's any point in kind of rushing this. But number 1, I'm thinking about making it go live. It's 4,000 yards from the target, but it's going to accelerate it so we can attack it before we attack the Kilo. Let's see, can anything hear me? That's a negative there. That's a negative there, and the Kilo's not active, I don't think, but it possibly might. But this...
Con sonar, launch transient
okay.
from Sierra 4. Con
He
sonar,
is going to be
launch
firing
transient
in this
from Sierra
direction.
4.
I am going to decide I'm going to go
Sonar, launch transient
this
from
direction.
Sierra 4.
We drop below the surface and launch 3 torpedoes in my... well, kind of in my direction. Okay. And that's him going live. So he's not got a good enough return on me, and now I'm in his baffles. So that's wonderful. I don't think any of these torpedoes are any threat to me.
Come right to
I'm going to go
0,
more west,
8, 5,
and I am going to start this attack run here.
Con sonar, noisemaker
Look at that.
bearing 1, 5, 8.
Immediately detected the Jiangwei. I'm just manually forcing it to head towards the surface. It's on the surface, so it's just going to bob along a little bit and attack the Jiangwei. 2250 tons of Chinese warship, being pretty aggressive right now. Right, let's just let that thing go. It's tracking. The Luda isn't going to hear me. The Kilo can't hear a thing. It's running away, and the Jiangwei. So right now they don't know exactly where I am, and I'm good with that. 2, let's turn that more westerly. So I'm going to attack this Luda. And 3, I kind of want 3 to go... That's not a very good sound. To go live, accelerate. I need it to. Yeah, what we can do... Let's make it run at this depth and make it live.
Noisemaker bearing 1,
Yeah,
5,
it's
6.
already detected the Jiangwei, so that hasn't really worked. Yeah, see how its depth is decreasing, and now it's...
Con,
Yeah, that's a
take
shame.
course.
Detecting the
Con, fire
noisemaker.
control, weapon acquired.
I don't want you to attack that, Sunshine. I
Con,
want you
fire
to
control, weapon countermeasure homing.
go somewhere else. In fact, let's just... That was a mistake, wasn't it? Right, well, Tube 1 is going for the Luda, which I think I'm actually going to just let it do its thing. Let's Tube number 2, you can attack the Jiangwei. And number 3,
Noisemaker bearing
you're
1,
already
6, 3.
doing something else. Right, One, let's make you active. I'm going to attack you on there. Active as in active sonar. The torpedo's been active for a while. Tracking on that. Let's see. You can't pick it up yet, but soon. Come on. The noisemaker, you're fine. Don't make me manually guide you in, because I totally will if I have to. I mean, watch you go boom boom, which I think is going to be a pretty big boom boom right now. Let's turn it a little bit left. I think we're pretty much where we want to be. Let's try the cinematic view there. Might be a mistake. Another hard turn I may have just missed. Let's see. Yep, I did. Way to go, David, you missed. You were too busy posing the camera and you missed. So, switch back to the loader. In fact, let's switch that to the view here. We're going to let it circle round and just let it try and guide itself. I'd like to watch it explode. Okay, come on. Come on, track it. Really? Come on.
Con, fire control, weapon.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing.
It
1,
got it, and
6,
then there's a
2.
noisemaker, so let's see if we can hit it now.
Con sonar,
Hey!
contact. Sierra,
Gotcha.
1, last bearing, 1.
Right,
6,
so that's
3,
taking care of that
combat
one,
breaking up.
but that's given me a whole heap of issues with other stuff. So,
Con, fire control, weapon
two,
countermeasure
you need
homing.
to tackle the Janeway, like so.
Con, fire control, weapon
Okay.
acquired.
And 3, I need you to attack back and attack the Kilo. So there's a risk here. If I get this torpedo just oh no, there's another risk here. The
Con
trawler.
sonar, noisemaker, bearing, 1, 4, 9.
There is a risk that I'm going to get attacked by my own torpedo, but as long as I've still got the wire attached, I'm okay now. What's the Janeway's depth charge rocket launcher? I don't think it has it, or it might do. Hedgehog, 500, okay. I'm most definitely in range there. But it doesn't know exactly where I am. It thinks I'm somewhere over to the west. Or maybe it thinks I'm to the south now, because I'm attacking it from the south with this torpedo that I'm about to turn the sonar active.
noisemaker,
There we go.
bearing, 1, 4, 9.
Immediately dropped a noisemaker, thus confusing the torpedo, but let's let it run.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Yeah, I think it needs my help. Steer it towards the target.
Con, fire control, weapon
There we go.
acquired.
That works for me. So I think what I want to do is switch to this view and see if we can watch it attack.
Con sonar, noisemaker,
Yay.
bearing, 1, 5, 3.
Right, two down for 2. So now the challenge might be the Kilo to avoid this trawler here. Depth is the Kilo at right now. Okay, he's close to the surface. I think that should be sufficient to tackle him. Here we are, just merrily kicking along here. Nobody knows where I am. It works for me. Let's just say that not all of my South China Sea interceptions have gone as well as this. Not by a long shot. What's that? That's 6 torpedoes that are pinging and not knowing where I am. This trawler is getting a little too close. You'd think he would, I would say he would leave the area, but then again, maybe he's off to help because you would. And is it Chinese? Yeah, it's a Chinese boat. So they've seen Chinese warships. There's a couple on fire. They have no idea what's happening with under the ocean, and I'd love to show the big explosion and what it looks like on the surface.
Tube 2 ready.
I mean, that may not happen, but we can try. I think the Kilo's slowed down. It doesn't. I don't think you can hear my torpedo.
Con, fire control,
There we
weapon
go.
acquired.
That's what we like to see.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Let's go ultra quiet. There's less chance of it detecting me. Time for a sip of water, I think. What was that? Water. Okay. Alright, I'm not nervous that this thing's going to miss, but I totally am nervous it's going to miss. But if we get to watch it from this view, that would be rather sweet. Where's my map gone? Well. And so it's somewhere in sort of this area here, if we get to sort of see it. I don't know whether we will or
Con
not.
sonar, noisemaker bearing
Yeah.
154.
That's gonna it's gonna disturb it. Yeah, I don't see my little mini map. Oh well. That's fine. Didn't want to see it anyway. Really did. Okay, well, we'll be fine without it, I suppose. Watch this torpedo heading in. Did the Kilo change its depth? I think it probably did. Yeah, it did.
Con sonar,
Which,
noisemaker
which I'm not
bearing
really surprised at,
154.
because I'd have done the same. Right, let's see if I can manage to quickly, when this thing's about to strike, quickly change to a different view. No, so it's because I'm missed. Numpty.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4. Last
And-
bearing 154. Contact breaking up.
We missed it. Oh well. Okay, I tried. I failed. But that looks like a fairly straightforward interception. It went better than I thought. I was a little concerned that you know, that
Come
Kilo
right to
spotted me and everything else
090.
happened.
Helm
But
9.
no, they yeah, I would have loved to have seen this happen, this little eruption that you see underneath. And the Kilo is heading down to Davy Jones' locker. Right, well, I can't quite disengage yet because of these active torpedoes, but this battle is pretty much over. I don't think there's anything else around here. Yes, there's a helicopter or two. Let's see, where are they?
Helm, steady course.
There's a fixed wing. And this guy. They were fairly ineffective, to my surprise, but I was deep and I was very, very slow. And I think that helped.
Room, tube 3 ready.
Ring shift for ultra quiet.
Right. Well, like I say, there's not really much else to see in this battle right now. I'm going to disengage as soon as these torpedoes let me. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video. It was a little interesting. It went way better than I thought, which probably means my skill at the game has improved. Or I got lucky, and I can never tell. Thanks ever so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed it, like I say. Subscribe for more adventures, and hopefully see you in the next one. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.